And this is the box the grinder comes in. We'll open it up and see what's inside. So make sure you've got the grinder, obviously, and then working from the top, following the diagram, we have 2 tool rests, a right and a left, 2 locking knobs, 2 washers, an eye shield and bracket for the left, an eye shield and bracket for the right, spark arresters, mounting bolts, 2, and tool rest supports, a right and a left, and 4 bolts and 4 washers. Once you make sure you've got all the parts that are meant to be there, what you'll need is a 13mm and a 10mm spanner and a Phillips head screwdriver, which aren't supplied. Now it's time to put it together. Follow the instructions in the manual, very, very easy, step by step. Start off with the spark arresters, using one of the screws and washers that are supplied. With the thickest part of the spark arrestor down closest to the wheel, bring it up to the wheel so it's just touching, and then back it off just the smallest amount to allow the wheel to turn freely, lock up. As the wheel wears, you can use this adjustment to bring the spark arrestor down to maintain that gap between the wheel and the arrestor to prevent any sparks from coming through and burning your hand. Repeat on the other side, and again make sure the bulkiest part of the spark arrestor is closest to the wheel. Tighten it up, bring it down to the top of the wheel just so it rubs, then back it off a small amount so it doesn't rub and the wheel spins freely. Next, get one of the eye shields, mount the eye shield over the arm of the bracket, tighten it up with a 10mm spanner, get one of the mounting lugs, another 10mm bolt with a washer, put it through the lug, then mount on the screw hole on the side of the safety guard and tighten. Once that's done, repeat the procedure for the other side. That's how it should be looking so far. Tool rest and the mounting bracket. This knurled part marries to the knurled part inside of the tool rest. Put the locking pin through the tool rest, support bracket up to it, and screw the locking pin into the support bracket. Once you've done that, connect this part to the inside of the wheel guard with 2 bolts and a washer. Making sure the checked out area here is facing the wheel. And then adjust it in so the wheel clears the inside of that recess in the tool rest and tighten up. This is a 13mm spanner. It's important that these are done up tight so the tool rest won't run into the wheel at any stage. Tighten the locking pin on the tool rest, and again, just spin the wheel very slightly, make sure nothing's touching. Then just repeat that on the other side. When you're setting this tool rest too, get it as square to the wheel as you can and adjust it once more so it's close to the wheel but not touching the wheel when the wheel spins, and just nip those up. Once that's done, double check, make sure all the bolts and screws are done up nice and tight. Doesn't hurt to double check. You want these so you can move them, but not so they're flopping around. And that's it. Grinder all put together. Safety shields, spark arresters, tool rest, tool mounts on both sides. No interference, run smoothly. Next video in this series will cover safe use of the grinder and some handy maintenance and safety tips.